Welcome, everybody. Welcome into This is a Shoot for the first time ever. This is going to be a live podcast edition of This is a Shoot. I've never done this before, so bear with me as I move forward. Today, we're going to be talking about, and excuse me, to my subscribers, I have not been uploading any normal videos. If you haven't seen my other videos, you check them out on the page right now. I have been fighting sickness. It is not COVID-19, but I've been fighting a sickness. Took my voice away from me, so I didn't feel like talking or doing anything like that. But all in all, today we're going to be talking about AEW Double or Nothing, the match card, and my prediction of who I think is going to win these match cards, who I think is going to come out on top, and why I think they're going to come out on top. You know, as you can see, you know, I want you guys to. I'm gonna give you a quick glance. What AEW wrestler shirt am I wearing? By the end of the video, I will release it. So put your predictions down below. But anyway, like I said, I'm just checking some things out. Never went live before, so this is the first time ever. So of course I'm gonna have some things in there. So on this match card, okay, there's no order. This is just the match card that AEW posted. I don't know the order of what's going to be on the show coming this Sunday. I do know that the buy-in is Hookhausen versus Tony Nese and Smart Mark. I don't need to go into much detail who I think is going to win this match. It's obviously going to be Hookhausen. Hookhausen's got something going on. It's magical. It's arcade bro-esque, if you should say. It's something that I've never seen before. I have. I just said okay, bro. But it's something that happened organically. AEW took a shot in the dark and putting Hook and Danhausen together. And it seems to have really worked out for them. So I have no complaints there whatsoever, but the right decisions obviously is have Hookhausen win this match. Obviously, Danhausen is more of the gimmick. He's not much of a wrestler. I've not been able to see what he does in the ring. Same with Smart Mark. He's not a wrestler. He's a manager. So obviously there's going to be a moment with Danhausen and Smart Mark in the ring together. But that's probably about it. In all honesty, it's probably going to be all they get. Next on the list is going to be AEW Women's World Championship match with Thunder Rosa and Serena Deeb. I'm going to be honest with you here. AEW has really dropped the ball, in my opinion, on Thunder Rosa as the women's champion. Jade Cargill, we're going to get into her in a little bit, but Jade Cargill seems like she is now the AEW Women's Champion, like she's the top Women's Champion in AEW right now, based on how she's being pushed and booked, etc. Now, I did not get to see AEW Rampage tonight, so I don't know what happened on AEW Rampage tonight. I got a new box from Dish Network, and none of my stuff was saved, even though it should have been. So I got a new box, so I didn't get to record it and watch it. But so all these predictions, I don't know what happened on AEW Rampage tonight, which would probably play a factor into some of my decision making here. But all in all, overall, I do think Thunder Rosa is going to get the win. One, she needs the win. Two, AEW is known for making long championship reigns. Okay, look at Britt Baker's recent reign. Now they haven't had they don't have long reigns in the women's division so much, but the last two top women who hold it, which has been Akira Shida and Britt Baker, had very lengthy title reigns. When you look at the men's division, you got Jon Moxley, Kenny Omega, Hangman Adam Page, Chris Jericho. They all had pretty lengthy reigns. So AEW likes to have the lengthy reigns on the champion. So I think this is a good match for Thunder Rosa. I think that, you know, they need to start booking her better. And I do think she needs to improve on her mic skills a little bit. the next match, and with Serena Deeb too, I don't look for this feud to be over. I don't look for this to be a one and done thing, which it could possibly be. I do think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be a one and done thing. I don't believe it's going to be one and done at all. Okay, Serena Deeb. She's been on a roll, but I don't think she's ever. She's not going to beat Thunder Rosa. Okay, it's just not going to happen. Then you got the Anarchy in the Arena match. It's going to be coming up with Chris Jericho, with the Jericho Appreciation Society, which has Chris Jericho, Angelo Porca, Matt Menard, Daniel Garcia, and Jake Hager, versus the Blackpool Combat Club, Brian Danielson, John Moxley, Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz. This is going to be a fun match. Okay, this is going to be for entertainment purposes. This isn't going to be a all-out wrestling match. This ain't gonna be a flips and turves and all this stuff. It's gonna be for entertainment purposes. It's gonna be definitely in Chris Jericho's wheelhouse. I think it's gonna be a mess, which will fall right into Eddie Kingston and Santana Ortiz's house. And this one I'm kind of up in the air on. I don't know who's gonna come out on top. And I'm interested to see what you guys think who's going to come out on top. But I don't know who's going to come out on top. I'm going to go with Jericho, the Jericho Appreciation Society. Only because I feel like this is a match made for Chris Jericho. I don't see this rivalry ending either. So you let the heels get this victory. And I believe this is going to end up leading to a blood and guts match. Hopefully they do it better than the last one, where you can obviously see the crash pad, which is not on the wrestlers. It's definitely on the production crew. But I believe this is going to end in a blood and guts match. So I look for Jericho Appreciation Society to get the win on Sunday. The thing is, the Blackpool Combat Club has so many stars on the team. When you think of Brian Danielson, John Moxley, Eddie Kingston, Santana Ortiz, all these guys are cement players inside AEW right now. The Jericho Appreciation Society, I'm going to pull back the curtain a little bit, is Chris Jericho trying to help Angelo Porca get over, Matt Menard get over, and Daniel Garcia get over. Jake Hager's in there, and Jake Hager's doing what Jake Hager does. He's just the muscle of the group. There's really not a place for him. He don't speak. He don't have very many matches. Jake Hager's Jake Hager. I don't know what else to say. It's kind of a shame to say that, but that's kind of where we're at with that. So for them, I think it's a really good thing that they get the win, and I think it should be a Daniel Garcia getting a pinfall on a Santana or Ortiz or even a Eddie Kingston. I think any of them guys should take the fall over in that combat club. But that's just my opinion. And then you get the AEW Tag Team Championship Triple Threat match. Now this is going to be another fun match, and I think this has the potential to be the match of the night. I think this has the potential to steal the show. As a matter of fact, I think out of all the matches that we're going to see, I think this one right here is going to steal the show. Jurassic Express, who are your current champions, versus Team Taz, Ricky Starks, and Powerhouse Hobbs, versus Swerve and Our Glory, Keith Lee, and Sleep. Yeah, easy for me to say. And Swerve Strickland. Now, I'm going to tell you who I want to see win this match. And then I'm going to tell you who I think's going to win this match. Who I want to see win this match is Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs. I think out of these teams, these guys, they deserve a title reign. I know Ricky Starks has the FTW championship, but mainly for Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs has been working his butt off, getting in shape, listening to Mark Henry, doing everything that he needs to do to help his charisma, help his character, help him get over, help his in-ring abilities, etc., etc. If anybody needs to win this, it needs to be Team Taz. It needs to be Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs. That's who I think should win. That's who I want to see win. And plus, Ricky Starks is a star. Imagine what you could do with Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks being tag team champions. Imagine the possibilities. You could keep things going with Jurassic Express. You can keep things going with Swerve and Our Glory. You could have this stuff taking place. You could get a lot of mileage out of them. Whether they could go against the Hordes, they go against the Young Bucks, they go against Red Dragon. The Lucha Brothers would be an awesome match for them. There's so many possibilities that you could go. And yes, you can go them routes with everybody else, but I really feel like Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks deserves it. I mean, unfortunately, who I think is going to win this match, it's going to be Swerve and Our Glory. Now, I have nothing against Keith Lee or Swerve Strickland. Okay, they have been pushing them guys to the moon, if you will. I feel like the Jurassic Express title reign, it needs to come to an end. I think it needs to be a change-up. And it makes sense in this match for it to happen. Nothing against Jurassic Express, but I feel like Christian needs to kind of turn himself heel and kind of turn his back on Jungle Boy, or Jungle Boy turns his back on Christian and pushes Christian out of the group. Something like that. And a good way for that to happen is them to lose the titles to whether it be Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs or Swerve and Our Glory of Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. For me, it's not that I don't want to see Keith Lee hold a championship. But I think if you give Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee this title, the tag team titles, I think it's AEW's way and Keith Lee and Swerve's way of giving WWE the finger of, like, look what you could have had, look what the potential we have, look what we've done. Look at the success that we're having now without you guys being there, and they deserve it. Okay, they deserve it. Getting a little poached. And they have the right to do that. They've been inside the WWE system, so they have the right to do that. But all in all, I really feel like it's too soon. If they're going to win any championship, I feel like they should have gave the FTW championship to one of them guys. I don't know how I feel about them being just compared together. And by the way, AEW putting Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland together, that's very WWE-like, don't you guys think? I mean, just throwing two guys together, two single stars together, and having them win championships. Haven't we seen that before from WWE? And hasn't everybody complained about that before? Probably because it's WWE doing it. Hey, I'm calling spades a spade and a square here. All right, I'm just throwing it out there. Then we have the Owen Hart Foundation men's tournament final match. Adam Cole versus Samoa Joe. Two WWE guys going for this Owen Hart win. Honestly, I feel like Adam Cole should win this, and I think that's who's going to win this. I feel like Adam Cole should win this because I feel like his style does represent Owen Hart a little bit more. I feel like there is a connection now between him and Owen Hart, and I want to see that happening. I want to see Adam Cole get the victory. I want to see it. But here's how I think this is going to play out. I believe Samoa Joe's going to have the victory right in his hands. Then you're going to have Singh come out along with Jay Lethal and that other bald little creepy guy that shouldn't be alongside them, but he's alongside them. I can't remember his name. That's how well he dwells inside my brain. Excuse me. And I believe they're going to get involved, not get disqualified, but it's going to distract Samoa Joe from getting the victory, and Adam Cole is going to pick up the win over Samoa Joe. 1, 2, 3. Adam Cole, baby, is going to be your Owen Hart tournament winner. And I think it's AEW's way and Tony Khan's way of repaying him for doing the job for Adam Page to help get Adam Page to the next level, because we're going to be getting into Adam Page, and I don't even want to get into this. But I believe that's what's going to happen now. Then you're going to have Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament Final Match, which is Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus Ruby Soho or Chris Statlander. I don't know when this list was dropped. I believe it's Ruby Soho going against Dr. Britt Baker. Like I said, I didn't get to see Rampage because of what happened with my cable, with my dish box. So if you guys want to educate me in the comment section below, go right on ahead. And by the way, if you got comments down below, leave some comments down below. I'll get to them. We're doing this live, baby. We're doing it live. Now, excuse me. Now, Ruby Soho versus Dr. Britt Baker. Welcome in. Welcome in. I see somebody's joined the chat. Welcome in. How y'all doing tonight? Hope you guys having a good time. But Dr. Britt Baker going against Ruby Soho, Chris Statlander. If it's Ruby Soho, I believe Dr. Britt Baker wins this match. If it's Chris Statlander, well then it has to be Chris Statlander winning this match, because they're trying to push Chris Statlander's new character. She's no longer an alien. She's kind of like this hardened veteran, this hardened personality, if you will. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting to the point where I'm really getting sick and tired of having Dr. Britt Baker shoved down my throat. Okay, they should have made her a babyface way back when. They kept her a heel. Now she's back in this. She's still a heel. Fans are still doing the DMD. And look, I do love Britt Baker. I don't want to come off as I don't love Britt Baker. I do love Dr. Britt Baker. What I don't like is how she just gets pushed constantly down our throats every single time. She never loses. I get it. I understand it. I'm not knocking her. I just want to see somebody else get the push, in which they just get the push. Just get this victory, a big victory. She's done some great things. I think Chris Statlander deserves it. I think Chris Statlander needs it. I think Ruby Soho needs it, but I believe that Britt Baker will get the victory over Soho. I don't see AEW really pushing Soho. Now here's the match. I'm gonna say here's the match that everybody wants to know about. MJF versus Wardlow. Everybody wants to see Wardlow get the victory. Everybody wants to see Wardlow walk out on top, including myself. They have been pushing Wardlow so right. Everything they've done with him has been so good. I like that he just doesn't run through security guards. He does for a little bit, but the numbers games always catch up to him. I like this. I want to break free out of this contract. I want to be my own man. And MJF, you're the man that's going to do it. And the way that MJF is building Wardlow up, man, the way that he is just being the heel in this is amazing. Which we all know how that is. We all know how it is. That's what heels do. That's what a good heel does. And MJF is nothing less of a good heel. He is a great heel. Matter of fact, I would say he is the greatest heel. Not only in AEW, but I think he's the greatest heel in wrestling right now. But I got some bad news for the Wardlow fans out there. MJF's going to win this match. I said this in one of my earlier videos. Think back to Shawn Michaels versus JBL. Now, I don't remember all the details. But Shawn Michaels had to beat JBL. If he did not beat JBL in this match, he would become his personal butler, his personal slave, if you will. Shawn Michaels didn't win that match. And we watched Shawn Michaels get humiliated, get embarrassed, get treated so poorly on live TV week after week. We're going to see that with Wardlow. MJF's going to win. I don't know how he's going to win, but he's not going to win it clean. He's not going to win fair. But he's going to win. MJF has a pretty good track record at pay-per-views, by the way. MJF will get the win. And he's going to make Wardlow his personal servant again. And Wardlow's going to be humiliated. Wardlow's going to be embarrassed. Wardlow's going to be treated like a second-class citizen by MJF. And it's going to be hard to watch, but it's going to be so sweet when Wardlow finally gets his victory and wins his freedom, because it will probably happen at the next pay-per-view. But MJF is going to get this win. 6-man tag team match, House of Black, Brody King, Buddy Matthews, Malachi Black versus the Death Triangle, which is Pac, Penta Oscuro, and Rey Fenix. As much as I love Penta and Rey Fenix, Pac is just too inconsistent for me to see him get this victory. We've seen this match before, almost. The House of Black's going to get this win. I'm going to make this short and sweet. House of Black gets the win. It's that simple. They're pushing them too well. I think we're going to see something happen in the Varsity Blondes. I can't remember the girl's name, and I apologize. But that's who's going to get this match. Now it's going to be the tag team match of Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy. The Hardys versus the Young Bucks. We all knew this match was coming. We all knew this match was going to take place. We all knew this match was on the horizon. I feel like it's a little rushed. I feel like it's a little pushed too fast. I could have used a little bit more build-up. Instead of getting to this rivalry, this match, so quickly. Now look. In my past videos, I have made it very clear. I am not a huge Young Bucks match fan. I don't like their style. I don't think they tell good stories. I think they're overbearing. And I've never been a fan of the Young Bucks. Either one of them. And that's just a personal taste. I know people love their matches. I know there's people that love everything they do. Hey, and that's your taste. That's fine. But this is not a match that I'm looking forward to. I'm just going to flat out say, I'm not looking forward to this match. I really ain't. I never was a huge Hardy fan either. I always liked Matt Hardy. I never was a big fan of Jeff. When they did the split up in WWE, I loved Matt Hardy, hated Jeff Hardy. The same still goes today. I've never been a huge Spot Fest Mania guy, I guess I should say. I like good storytelling in my matches. I'm old school, I guess, in that aspect of things. If that's what you want to say, for lack of a better term, I'm old school, man. I do things differently. I think the Young Bucks get the victory here because I think it's the right move, because the Young Bucks are so much like the Hardy Boys. They're both brothers. They both kind of started up the same way. They both have the same style. The Young Bucks obviously respect them, and the Hardys respect them back. I know this happened at Ring of Honor, but it's not happening. But it's now happening in a scale that most fans have never seen it before. Who I'd rather see win? I think I still would rather see the Young Bucks win. I just think it's the right move. Okay? It's passing of the torch. I think this is kind of the Hardy Boys swan song. All right? I think AEW is going to be the final resting place. I think I don't know how many more matches that Jeff and Matt have in them. I think Jeff has more matches in him than Matt does. But I would definitely think that Jeff and Matt are on the way out of wrestling. If you just look how Matt moves in the ring and outside the ring, he's not moving as good as he used to. So to me, it is the right move that you give the Young Bucks the victory here. Then you get the AEW TBS Championship match. Jade Cargill versus Anna Jay. Jade Cargill gets the win here. Anna Jay's not ready for a title run yet, and it's not time to take Jade Cargill's title off of her. Matter of fact, I want to see the TBS Championship be put on the line against the AEW Championship, Women's Championship, title versus title match in the AEW. And I want to see Jade Cargill win that match. I don't know who's going to be the one to upset Jade Cargill. I really don't. I don't know who in AEW in the women's division can do it. I really don't. I'm trying to do a quick rundown. I don't think there's anybody in the AEW women's division that can take Jade Cargill down. There's only one woman that I think could do it, but she's not on the AEW roster. And I'm not saying this from a skill standpoint. I'm talking from a character standpoint. When you think of Jade Cargill, what other character can take her out? Maybe a Thunder Rosa. Maybe a Dr. Britt Baker. Maybe. But everybody else, they're not on Jade's level. Jade is the star in the women's division right now. And I think she's going to stay that way for quite a while. So Jade Cargill is going to get the victory here. And last but not least, as I get ready to wrap up this video, last but not least, CM Punk versus Hangman Adam Page. I made a video about this, how I was worried about Hangman Adam Page in his championship run. I'm still worried about it. Unfortunately, he's not been booked right. It's nothing against Hangman Adam Page. He's done everything that he could do. In all honesty. He's done everything in his capability. It's nothing against his character. I don't think anything bad about Hangman Adam Page. But unfortunately for him, Tony Khan absolutely loves CM Punk. And they're going to give CM Punk the title. It's very unfortunate. I wish it wasn't so. One, I'm not a CM Punk fan. Not because I don't like his character. Mainly because I don't like the person. I don't like anything about CM Punk. He walked away from the WWE, and I know he's not the only one to do so. Most recently, Sasha Banks and Naomi has walked away from WWE. I don't care for Sasha Banks, and I think Naomi was influenced by Sasha Banks to walk out. CM Punk walked out of the WWE because he got his feelings hurt. He didn't agree with how he was being handled. He feels like his opinion matters on every situation in wrestling when it really doesn't. And I mean every situation. I know this show, I know I talk about my opinion on certain situations, but he feels like every situation deserves his opinion. And I know he has a major following. I know he has a major fan base. But let me break this down for you. See, and I'm probably actually going to make a video on this. Unfortunately, for Hangman Adam Page, CM Punk has enough pull backstage in AEW that Adam Page is going to drop the title to CM Punk whether he really wants to or not. And I do believe there's animosity there. I really do believe there's a lack of respect between the two men. Because I don't see CM Punk wanting to put Hangman over. Hangman needs this victory more than ever. Hangman needs this victory for his character, for his fan base, for AEW. If you're going to put, what do you do with Hangman Adam Page if he loses? Okay, what are you going to do with him? Where do you go with him? With CM Punk, if he loses, there's numerous places that you can go with CM Punk. But where are you going to go with Hangman Adam Page if he loses? What are you going to do? Where are you going to take him? Okay, where are you going to take him? Hangman Adam Page has got to get this victory. You can make him now. You want to have a rematch with CM Punk and him? Okay, I get it. And you want to give CM Punk the title then? Okay, do it. But by God, don't make him drop his title this weekend. By God, Tony Khan, please do not make Adam Page lose this title to CM Punk at Double or Nothing. You want to make him lose it at next Wednesday's Dynamite? More power to you. But, and you might be thinking, well, okay, well, why do you want him to do that? Because it makes more sense. At least you can say you got a victory over CM Punk and you can build something out of it. Okay? That's what I'm saying. CM Punk, back to what I was saying about CM Punk has no respect for me because, A, he walked out of WWE, and like I said, I know other people have done it for other multiple reasons, but after all this time, he's never took any responsibility that maybe he was wrong, at least not any time that I have seen, that maybe he was wrong with how he handled business. He always thinks he's right. He never points the finger at himself. He cannot take the blame for anything in which he does. And I think he's an egotistical maniac when he tries not to show it, but I really believe backstage he's a politician. And he pulls a bunch of strings for himself. I'm really happy and surprised he lost this MJF though a couple pay-per-views back. But you see how quickly he had to get that victory back from MJF? Now, sure, it does make sense that you give CM Punk the title to eventually put him and MJF together for a rubber band match and have MJF win that title and hold that title. But if MJF's contract negotiations are going as negatively as they are, do you really see that happening? I don't know. All I know is this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I did a quick rundown. I'm gonna be if you have any suggestions or maybe what I should do live videos about, I'll be doing another live video on the recap of AEW Double or Nothing. See how many of these I got right. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment down below. Hit that like, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later on.